Hey, ladies, welcome back to Somebody Come Listen to This podcast. This is your host, Nava, and today is Saturday, so I hope all of you are having a good Saturday. I have been in my kitchen making flaxseed gel for my hair and making praline candies to just hand out to random people just because I'm bored, y'all. But let's get into this video. So what y'all just saw was a lot of women who are getting divorces and throwing divorce parties with a lot of their family and friends, like their woman or their female family and friends. I hate calling women females, but that's what they're doing. They're having the time of their lives. Although some of these women probably are still hurting and in pain, some of these women probably really feel set free. We don't know their stories. All we know is that they're trying to live their best life and not, have their peace taken away from them anymore. And along with women's happiness, y'all know that a lot of hate comes from pygmies, from men who just don't believe that women can be happy without them. It is a lot of haters that come along, and we are going to listen to some of those haters right now, but I think that this is a good thing. We celebrate everything else. Why not? We celebrate the day that Native Americans got slaughtered. We celebrate demons and witches and goblins on Halloween. We celebrate bunnies. We celebrate, what else do we celebrate? We celebrate everything. We celebrate Independence Day, even though like everybody is still not free. We celebrate all kind of crazy stuff. Why come when women celebrate a day that they are like happy about, why is it a problem? Everybody just hates women. But let's get into these videos and see what the naysayers had to say about these women being so happy.
It was saying, people celebrate divorce parties as like it's a birthday party.
Right.
And then it's a failure. Where did I go wrong? You can't. And sometimes people get divorces, and it ain't even the husband's fault. It's the wife's fault. But she wants the glory, the fame, and the glory for the party. And he like, if we could have worked this out. No, we tried to work it out. I tried to talk to you. You didn't say nothing. So I want a divorce. What? I've seen it with my own two eyes, so that's why I can say this. But divorces are failures. Remember back in the days that there was no such thing as a divorce. Right. You stay with that person. That's why I say sickness and health, to death do you part. That they might as well just don't even say that in the wedding anymore. Just say, yeah, I do, man, husband and wife. That's it. So don't say that anymore, because nobody really sticks around anymore.
You know what I find really disturbing? When people get together and they decide they want to get married, what do they have? They have a bachelor party, they have a bachelorette party, they have the wedding. Then down the road, they have anniversary parties, of course, and stuff. And then when the kids come, they have a gender reveal party now. And then they go back and they have the baby shower. And then, of course, when the baby's born, they have a party then too, I'm sure. Then after all that, one day it all comes tumbling down. And now what do they have? A divorce party. Why the hell would you celebrate a failed marriage? It's just disgusting.
When death happens, the heart is shattered. When divorce happens, many people go through a process that requires healing of the heart. It's not an easy thing. I know nowadays people go through divorce and have a party. Have you heard of divorce parties? They are so happy that, I'm divorced, yay! I couldn't wait to get out of it. You know what? Why did you get in it in the first place? And that's why my brothers and sisters don't go for massive weddings. You rather the barakah, because you don't know how long it's going to last.
Okay, so I recently just made a post, my last post, about how I feel that divorce parties are tacky. I mean, that's just how I feel. Y'all can agree if you agree with it, but I simply don't agree with it. And what I find interesting, the only people that have a problem with me saying that are women. So that's how you know men are not celebrating these type of things. And that's why I feel like women have such a toxic mindset. A lot of y'all are literally celebrating breaking up your family.
I had to cut in right here, y'all, because I had to let you know if you are around a woman that talks like this and you are leaving a toxic relationship and she's telling you, well, you're breaking up your family, just know she hates you. Just know she hates you. That's automatically what'll pop up in my mind. You're going through hell in this relationship. You're unhappy. Told y'all, I've made whole videos on women need to be selfish because women are getting taken out of this planet early, not only by the hands of the men that they're married to, but because they have so many medical conditions that are caused because they are in these relationships with these men that they are married to. So many of women's medical conditions that take them out of here early have been proven to be caused by stress related to their husbands, related to the lifestyles that they're living. Y'all can Google it. Y'all can look at videos. It's all online. You could do your own research on that. But any woman who is talking like this and telling you you need to stay for the children, knowing that when the kids are in a toxic household and knowing that they soak up and they can sense what's going on in that household, they're scared of what's going on in that household. They're stressed out because what's going on in that household. Any woman that tells you anything like this, it does not like women, does not like kids, has no empathy for you, and y'all cannot be friends. You cannot talk to her about anything personal. You can't trust her. You cannot build community with her because she doesn't understand what you're going through. Talk to like-minded people, even if you're trying to get out of divorce. Talk to people that you know are going to understand. Women like this make me sick, and that's why we always say that women like this are just as dangerous as the men that you are with. Like, y'all remember on What's Love Got to Do with It with Ike and Tina Turner? Her mama like told him when she was trying to escape the abuse, her mama told him where she was at and he went and got her and the kids from the bus station. This lady was going through hell and her own mama sold her out. So even if it's your own mama that's telling you you need to stay for the kids or you need to stay because he's a good man and you know that he's like abusive in like financially abusive, verbally abusive, physically abusive, cheating on you, that's physically abusive. If he's cheating on you continually, that or at all, that's physically abusive because you could catch something that you can't get rid of. Or the person that he's cheating on you with could flip out and decide that she wants to come take you out because she feels like that's her man and she's been with him for 10 years and has a kid by him and she's tired of you like being in his life. Like, it's happened. So don't listen to women like this. Get yourself out of harm's way because there's so many ways that you as a woman are in danger when you stay in these relationships. So let's get back to it.
The kids are going to be impacted because now they're bouncing between two households. And again, no one is saying to stay in toxic relationships. That's not what we're saying. You can get a divorce. Okay, if you're in a messed up marriage or a messed up relationship, get a divorce. But that's nothing to celebrate. That you chose a bad partner? Why are we celebrating that? If you want to celebrate, how about heal, move on, and be happy with your decision? No, that doesn't call for a celebration. And what about the cases where the children were happy, but the individual that wasn't happy was one of the parents? So are the kids' happiness not thought about? Because when you have kids, you do sacrifice or compromise some of your happiness on what's best for them. And that's what y'all fail to realize. And this is why women are selfish. And this is why all women shouldn't be mothers either. Because y'all always say in broken situations, children's needs come first, except for when it comes to your individual happiness. And we all know it's best for kids to grow up in a two-parent household. And y'all are literally justifying leaving, and I'm talking about decent marriages. Like, let's not act like people are just only leaving toxic and abusive marriages. That's not the case. There are actually people that leave decent marriages because of their individual happiness and they have children together. You sacrifice that to a certain degree when you decide to have children. So don't play that card when the situation is broken that now all of a sudden the kids come first. Well, clearly the kids didn't come first in the marriage. So again, celebrate how you want to. This is simply my opinion. I think divorce parties are tacky, and I will keep saying that.
Okay, so you might have prayed about it and God released you from your marriage. But what I know for sure is that God did not tell you to have a divorce party. Now, instead of little girls running around talking about, "Ooh, mommy, I can't wait to get married so I can live happily ever after," you got little girls running around talking about, "Ooh, mommy, I can't wait to get married so that I can have a divorce party. It's gonna be lit." Make it make sense.
The men's and the pick-me's are not happy about it. Like, why the hell are y'all so happy to be divorced? Like, y'all, if women are this happy to be divorced, that means they were in miserable marriages. They were suffering probably longer than what they should have been. And they feel like they are free. They feel like they can breathe again. They feel like they can relax again. They feel like they don't have to be scared again. They feel like they don't have to be pressured into sex when they don't want to have it, if they're tired or if they just don't want to do it. They don't have to clean up behind an adult person. They don't have to do this man's laundry no more. They don't have to cook for him no more. Their kids are grown. Some women wait till their kids are grown, and that's it. If they wait till their kids are grown and they stay with this man, they're still going to have a forever child. Some women don't want that. So that's why everybody's talking about gray divorce now, because women in their 50s and 60s are filing for divorce like never before, especially with all of these laws being passed and they're coming for no fault divorce. They're seeing a rise in gray divorces also. So this is not just younger women that are making up that over 70% of women that are getting divorced. This is all ages of women. And men are like, why the hell don't y'all want to be abused by us anymore? And the pick-me's are like, why come y'all don't want these men anymore? They don't see that as more men for them. Like, I have no idea why they care so much. I really don't know why pygmies and mammies care so much. If y'all want the men, y'all are going to have y'all's pick of the dust. Pick of the dust. So you could just go out there and most of the men you see are going to be single and you could just have anyone. I think deep down they know, these women know that the men aren't going to want them because they're desperate. Like, they know that. So they're like, why come y'all aren't letting them chase y'all? Like, we don't want to. A lot of women, y'all, I say we, like I'm not married. Like, I'm so married, but y'all, I empathize with these women. Not because I'm going through a lot of this stuff that they're going through, but just because I want to see women be happy. I like to see women be happy. I like to see women with their friends and with their sisters and cousins and just being happy, traveling and just looking just fresh and in shape and just being older than what they are and just looking better than 20-year-olds out here. I don't believe in that competition with women, but it's good to see women that are in their 40s and 50s and 60s that are in shape, have natural flowing, just healthy hair and skin, and like you would never be able to guess their age. I love seeing that. Like, it just means that you're being watered by yourself. You're taking care of yourself. The only thing I don't like about a lot of this is that a lot of these women are getting out of these divorces and they still want to find their soulmate. They still think that there is one man out there or one person out there that is for them. So they will probably fall on their faces a few more times before they just give up. But eventually, as we're seeing with the West 4B movement and a lot of these other movements, women are catching on that, it's really not a lot out there. It's really not. These men think that these women are getting divorced because they think the grass is greener on the other side. No, these women are getting divorced because they're tired. And they realize that they don't have to do it anymore because they can afford to live on their own. And these men in the government are like, hell no. We about to change some laws because we need y'all to keep being our slaves. So now y'all gonna either have to, this is from me. This is from Nava. Y'all are going to have to come together with other women solely because of these laws. The prices are going to go up. They're trying to make it to where women cannot afford to live on their own. That's why inflation is not going to go down. Nobody is paying attention to this. All of the laws that they're making to oppress women and that are taking women out, literally about to kill a lot of women. They're doing this so women will feel like they need men, and they want to force us to stay with men. And I know me saying this is a big reason why they're playing with my numbers on YouTube. They won't let my numbers grow. People keep telling me I'm a new subby. I just subscribed. I love your content. And I look at my subscriber count, y'all. I keep posting about it, and it has not budged. It has not moved. And better yet, it goes down. I know it's probably some people that's unfollowing me because they don't understand how I could be a married woman and make content like this. Just because I'm not a pygmy. I'm not male-centered. I don't do anything for men. I'm always like going to do stuff that benefits me because I'm a very stressed out person because I'm very analytical. I'm a Virgo, so I think a lot about everything all day, every day. So I try to limit as much in my life that will stress me out. So that means I can't be worried about, my husband is gone. Where is he at? Is he cheating on me right now? If he's cheating on me, y'all, I'll find out. And when I find out, I'm just going to have to do what I got to do. You know, I can't be worried about who's he on the phone with. I don't call my husband. I don't check on him. He doesn't check on me. I don't feel like I own him. We've been together 22 years, married 18 years, almost 19. And I don't feel the need to check on him. I just feel like, let the chips fall where they may. If it's another woman out there that wants him and he wants her and I find out about it, I'm going to give him to her. And that's just that on that. I'm not about to stress myself out over a man. And I know a lot of people feel like you cannot decenter men if you're married. Well, we can try and do the best we can do. That's all we can do. But let's get into the rest of these videos and I'll be back after this.
And they were talking about divorce parties, and the comments about having a divorce party were so horrific. And I didn't have one per se, but I did celebrate in a different way on what would have been my wedding anniversary. 20 girls and I, including Jessica, went downtown in New York City and danced on tables all night because I wanted that day to have a different meaning. So my tip today is, if you have something to celebrate it, no matter what people say.
So apparently people throw divorce parties, all right? There's this couple that me and the wife know. They have been married for 5 years, but apparently they had been separated for a year already and their divorce finalized. We received an invitation in the mail for a divorce party that happened this weekend. And I thought it was weird because it had both of their names. And yes, they were both at the divorce party. They're happy as fuck to be divorced, okay? And not only that, when we walk into the house, there is a legit party vibe. I'm talking about DJ, food, you know, everyone's just with drinks, solo, everyone's happy, and they're already dating other people. This is a non-melanin couple, right? It's like they got tired of their own white privilege because both of them are now dating people that actually have melanin. She's dating a Latin guy and he's dating a black woman, all right? And the fact that I saw her wearing a tight dress for the first time and heels, I've never seen this woman dress up. She's always been like laid back, Crocs, jeans. If it's a dress, it's like a flowy Sunday dress that you would wear to church. This woman had on a tight dress, fucking heels, and she was acting like she was the life of the party. She is definitely with a Latino man. And the guy that she's dating, pretty fucking cool. I only talked to the dude for like 2 minutes because I didn't want to be disrespectful because I know her ex-husband, right? So when I'm talking to her ex-husband, this dude has upgraded, all right? He now finally has a beard. He was one of these white dudes with no fucking beard, like zero, like charisma, right? Now it's all fucking coming out. His girl, amazing. Jamaican woman, like she has all the fucking flavor, all right? And I'm here, like, looking at them and feeling out the situation, which is weird. I don't know why it felt like the vibe is weird. It just was. I don't like celebrating something that I think is negative. Apparently it's positive for them. They feel happy. That's cool. I'm happy for them. But at the same time, I don't think we should be throwing a party, like the four of you throwing a party celebrating this shit. I think it's a little off. And I'm looking at my wife like, who are we keeping in the divorce? Like, who are we deciding? Because this is fucking crazy. This experience is crazy, right? So after today, I'm looking at my wife, trying to communicate telepathically with her, you know, and she's not getting the fucking vibe. I'm like, you need to talk to both of them separately, and then we have to come up with a pros and cons list of who we're actually speaking to afterwards. And I have to say my vote is on the woman, because she looks like she knows how to have a good time right now, and he looks like he has a lot to prove with this woman.
Are divorce parties tacky? Is it gauche or in poor taste to celebrate your divorce? I say no, it's not. It doesn't have to be some grand event, but certainly a celebratory moment to idealize what is going to be your new future is important. And it often can be helpful to process through what's just happened, to sit down with your friends, your family, have a little toast, have a little celebration to what is to come of your life in the future, and to say goodbye to what was.
In bad taste to throw a divorce party. This is a really sensitive topic, believe it or not. Some people, when they go through a divorce, are really happy that the process is over, but they're sad that they got divorced. So is it in bad taste? No. I think it usually depends on how long the divorce was pending, what was the status of the relationship going through the divorce, and whether or not you have children with that person. I've actually had clients take offense to someone suggesting a divorce party or throwing one for them because they felt like the marriage ending was not something happy or something they wanted to celebrate. So whether or not it's in bad taste really depends on several factors and how you personally feel about the divorce. You have to keep in mind the message that you may be sending to your children about marriage if you throw this lavish, crazy divorce party once the marriage ends. For most kids, divorce is not happy or something to be celebrated.
This might be a little premature, but I know that this is the year that I will be officially divorced. So I want to start planning my divorce party. Here are some themes. Tell me what you guys think. So this is theme number 1, kind of like I just graduated type of vibe, you know, but just divorced. Moving into a new era of my life. New Year's, the whole new year, new me aesthetic, that vibe. Like, let's turn up, like a whole gala.
Picture it, everybody comes in glam. I also plan on inviting like my most loyal followers that are always in my inbox. I know who you guys are. I'm gonna have like a big ass party. I also really love this theme, like a funeral, like death to the married me. Think lace, red roses, like a very, very dark but very sexy, like dark feminine energy vibe. El velorio, everyone in their best funeral outfits, kind of like how girls do death to like their 20s or their youth vibe birthday parties, like that. Or lastly, a penis fiesta. Think Mexico meets new single lady. Think it's a celebration of new penis. With the whole Mexican aesthetic, piñata and all. Probably Mexican candy table, Mexican drinks, you know, like a fiesta. What theme do you guys like the most? Because I'm ready to start planning. I know that this divorce is going to happen this year, like it just has to. And I want to have something big. Something big, bitch.
I've had some clients that actually have a divorce party after they get divorced. Get all your best friends together and you go somewhere fun and exciting and do something that is outrageous and maybe a little bit pushing the limits. You know, if you felt confined in your marriage, maybe you never had a chance to go down to Las Vegas with your friends before you got married because you got married a little too young and you have a few regrets about that. Well, now you get to live it out post-divorce. And I'll have you know that it's actually more commonly my female clients that have decided to have these outrageous divorce parties.
Men need marriage more than women need it. The things that men get from marriage, the sort of stereotypical things, are still really important for the man. But the things stereotypically a woman was getting from the marriage, she now doesn't actually need that stuff from a man. She can kind of get that herself because society's shifted where it's not a case that the woman stays at home and raises the kids all the time. Now the woman's got her own money, her own independence, she can leave you.
I think that's true. For a man, a wife may be the only confidant. That's not true for women. Women have much better social support.
Men need women and women need each other. Men need women and women need each other. Women don't even like the idea of helping each other. Women need support systems, but they don't want to rely on each other as the support system. They want to replace each other with some male to play a game. Women, I'm just saying that women do this shit to themselves. Now, women birth children out of this delusion. See, a woman's sexual fantasies are dangerous. See, a man can desire fantasy all day. He can desire the supermodel and all of that and never get it. But let me tell you something. The male's fantasy is more realistic than the woman's delusional fantasy. right? And the man's fantasy is a lot less dangerous than the woman's fantasy.
Married my wife like most people marry their wife because she was hot, she was beautiful, she was fun, she was smart, she was all those things. But it wasn't till about 10 years after we had been together when I started to think like, oh, you know, like for the first 10 years I was thinking, well, of course she has no capacity for reason. You know, I don't know capacity. But then I kept noticing that she was right a lot of the time when she, and I couldn't understand it. And I started to think, oh, she's actually seeing the world from a different point of view. And that is like putting on those red and blue glasses that suddenly turn the world into three dimensions. You suddenly become one flesh, one person. You see things in
These are
So I have talked about in a few of my videos about men needing women more than women need men. Of course, men don't think that until they find themselves single and divorced. And of course, men, I think they know. They just don't want to admit that they need women because, you know, the whole ego thing. But I don't know. It's like there are studies that have proven that when men get divorced, they literally get physically ill and they get inflammation and they cannot cope because they don't know how to take care of themselves. So they definitely need women more than women need men. But they are actually dying when women leave them. If they can't like attach to another woman to take care of them, because we are in this society that has told them that they are supposed to be taken care of by a woman like children. And it is some women that feel like men should take care of them also like children. But for the most part, it's the women that are doing everything for their kids and for their husbands. And so the men are literally being handicapped in these relationships. They get like right out of their mother's house and they go around and hoe around. Some of them get married early, but they're still hoeing around. And then they don't have a moment in time where they go from their mom's house being taken care of to their girlfriend's house being taken care of to their wife's house being taken care of, because women are just so willingly giving away their services for free and not charging them. Women just volunteer to be free work, free slavery. And that's why they are trying so hard to change these laws so women will not leave them. These men are rich and powerful, but they still have women that are doing everything for them behind the scenes. Like, so that's why they want men that are in the government, or like they really want them to have a wife, because we all know that them having a wife makes them look better. People think that they're more responsible when they have a wife, which they are, because women hold them accountable and make them do stuff. Like women are like their secretaries. Women help them solve issues that they may be going through. Women help them like battle when they have to like what's the word I'm looking for? Compete with other men. It's the women behind the scenes that they go to at night and talk to about the issues that they're having with their competitors or with other men. And it's the women that are the brains that come up with ways to beat their competitors. So if women were to just back away like a lot of women are, these men would just naturally just fall to the wayside, and literally a lot of them would just die off. Like seriously, that's nature. That is nature, and that's what happens in the real world. Like if we weren't being forced into like unnatural situations, that's what would happen. It's just common sense. So women, although they're suffering in these marriages, they are prolonging these males' experiences on this planet, because women just have to keep bouncing from man to man to man, trying to please them and trying to be their everything and trying to serve them. It's like we like being servants. Like I'm saying we because I'm talking about women as a whole. Women were just taught and brainwashed into you have to do this, this, and this to keep a man. And to me, that always sounded like a pet. Like you have to keep him like no, let him go roam in the wild. Like let him go roam. Like that's what they're supposed to do. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm just different. Like I'm human like anybody else. If I had to go through a divorce, I'm pretty sure I would get all my crying out, my boo-hoos, and I would be depressed for a long time to come. But baby, when I come out of that depression, baby, please believe me, I will be 4B. I will be celibate. I will be traveling with the sistren. I will be a nomad. I will be all of the above. Like, my baby will be grown in 5 years. So let my husband play with me. Let him play with me. Like, I'm a Virgo too, so there would be no looking back. Y'all, I promise, no looking back. You would not see my face again. You would not hear anything from me. And if my son hadn't graduated yet, he will be staying with his dad, and mama will be like, deuces. So y'all, let me know what y'all think about these divorce parties, and if you had a divorce party, or if you've ever been to a divorce party, or if you would you have one? Get down in the comments and let's chop it up, and share this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you ladies later. Bye.